11 world leaders who got in trouble with the law. 1. Nicolas Sarkozy, former president of France. Sarkozy was sentenced in 2021 to a one-year prison term. He was found guilty of selling influence. The sentence hasn't been carried out. In a separate case, Sarkozy was found guilty of campaign fund fraud. He was handed another one-year sentence. It's suspended while he appeals. 2. Helmut Kohl, former chancellor of Germany. Kohl faced allegations of corruption and illegal party financing. Prosecutors investigated Kohl for over a year. The case was dropped when he agreed to pay a fine. 3. Silvio Berlusconi, former Prime Minister of Italy. Berlusconi faced more than 100 probes and trials. Charges included tax fraud, bribery, and unlawful sex. Berlusconi won decades of acquittals, but a 2013 tax fraud conviction stuck. He was banned from holding public office. Berlusconi made a comeback in 2022, but died soon thereafter. 4. Jacob Zuma, former president of South Africa. In 2021, Zuma was sentenced to 15 months in prison. He was found guilty of contempt of court. Zuma had refused to testify at an inquiry into state corruption. He was released on medical parole after serving a few months. Zuma is currently on trial for bribery. 5. Laurent Gbagbo, former president of Côte d'Ivoire. Gbagbo faced the International Criminal Court in 2011. He was accused of crimes against humanity. He spent years at The Hague before being acquitted in 2019. Gbagbo was also convicted of bank robbery in his home country. He was pardoned by current Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara in 2022. 6. Blaise Compaore, former president of Burkina Faso. In 2022, Compaore was convicted of murder. He killed the popular leader Thomas Sankara during a coup 35 years ago. He was sentenced to life in prison. Compaore is currently living in exile in Ivory Coast. 7. Mohamed Ould Abdelaziz, former president of Mauritania. Abdelaziz left office in 2019 and is currently on trial. He's charged with abuse of office, influence peddling, and money laundering. Abdelaziz insists the charges are politically motivated. 8. Imran Khan, former Prime Minister of Pakistan. The former cricket star was convicted of corruption. He hid the proceeds from selling state gifts when he was in power. Khan has been the subject of more than 170 legal cases. Charges include murder, terrorism, and violence. But this is his first conviction. 9. Donald Tsang, former chief executive of Hong Kong. In 2017, Tsang was sentenced for 20 months in prison. He was convicted of misconduct in office. He rented a luxury apartment without disclosing conflict of interest. He served 12 months and was released on a technicality. 10. Rafael Correa, former president of Ecuador. Correa was investigated for his involvement with Odebrecht. It's a Brazilian construction firm that has bribed officials in South America. Correa fled to Belgium when the probe was launched. He was convicted in absentia and sentenced to 8 years in prison. He's now plotting his party's return to power. 11. Donald Trump, former president of the United States. Trump has racked up a host of legal problems. The House impeached him twice, but he was acquitted by the Senate each time. Since then, he's been indicted 3 times for criminal conduct. If convicted, he could face the rest of his life in prison. It wouldn't block him from taking office if he's elected in 2024.